All right, so now we verified our angle. We're going to flip the block over. And if you're scanning to D11, then you get your reference level for scanning from the IIW block, the 60 thousandths hole right there. Now, so we're going to put our wedge up here, but these lines, they're the same for finding the verifying the angle of refraction like we did in the last step, just for the lower angles. So if you got a scan with 45, you'd use this side. So let's put some coupling on there in the general area. All right, so up until now, the gain on the machine hasn't been of much importance, other than us just being able to see the indications on the screen and getting them lined up right. But this, when we're finding a reference level, you have to record that, the level of your gain in decibels, because that's what's going to go on your report. That's how you're going to use the math with your attenuation factor to find out if anything is acceptable or rejectable. So let's put our wedge up here and look around. So as you can tell, we're not really seeing much of anything. We need to turn up our gain. See, now we're starting to see a whole bunch. Okay. So when you're doing this, you're going to get two main indications. These two. One of them is the 60 thousandths hole. One of them is the back wall. So let's peek up on this super high one right there. We'll need to turn the dBs down so we can get it in range. Okay. So let's peek up on it and try to figure out if this is the right indication using the surface distance and depth that the machine is so kindly telling us. Okay, so we're pretty much peeked up on it. So the surface distance is 1 5/8, essentially. So we know where our BIP is, which is right about there. And so, yeah. So if you can see right around the 1 5/8 mark, that's where the hole is. And it's peeking up on this outside radius of the hole. Okay, so we know that that is the indication that we're looking for, not that, which is going to be, let's see, 4 inches away. Oh. Yeah, that's the back wall of the block. So, according to our D11 procedure, we have to set this indication at between 50 and 80% full screen height. I like to set mine right around 80, just so when I'm evaluating actual indications, you can see as much from the indications as possible without going over the screen. So let's make sure to find the true peak of it. Okay, so I'll just hold it in place. Okay, right now we're at about 69%. I'm just going to bring it up a little bit so we can make it to 80. All right, we're a little bit above 80 now at the peak. Okay, so now that is the end of step 4 of setting your reference level, finding your reference level and setting it. Now you have to write that down somewhere. So like ours right now on this machine with this transducer and wedge combination is 60.6 dB. And then you'll look at the table in our procedure or D11 to figure out how much you have to raise your dBs for scanning. But then whenever you evaluate something, you always evaluate it against this reference level that we got, the 60.6.